So up until now, this project has gone perfectly. Noah purchased a race car, learned how to work on it, learned how to get it running again.
I have a race car!
Learned how to drive stick shift, learned how to drift, and learned how to brake his race car. So when he said he wanted to put it in the Piston Power Show, it seemed like the natural progression of things and one more step in this wonderful journey. So I sent in the registration and figured after the holidays, we'd tear the car apart and do all the race car things we needed to do, including fixing the oil pan. Now, we had done all the mechanical work over the summer in our storage unit, which is like 40 minutes away. I was excited to have the car at home because I figured it'd be much easier to spend a little bit of time after work, spend some time on the weekends, not waste all this time driving, and get a lot more accomplished. Unfortunately, that didn't turn out to be the case. Home was just a little too close to the Wi-Fi, a little too close to the bedroom, and my excitement of this being the next stage in our project of making this car look show-worthy went up in smoke. It was disheartening and frustrating and really aggravating. But I always hoped at some point he would get excited about it and we would finish this together. And even if he didn't, I wanted him to have something he could stand next to at the Piston Power Show and be proud of. And the family did too. For Christmas, he got a fuel cell, rocker panels, and new fenders. Now, I love race cars and I love show cars because you can pull them apart and take out everything you don't need and make everything there either functional or look good. When Noah said that he wanted to do the roll cage in pink, all I could think of was a 90s Pro Street car and started going in that direction. I mean, it's what I know. I knew a plexiglass dash would look super killer, and then I found pink acrylic on Amazon. With the tried and true cardboard template technique, I soon had something for him to check out.
Oh shit! That looks clean! See this? That is awesome.
Rinse and repeat for the rear shelf. Now, I love showing progress of anything I'm working on, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or just through text messages. But the biggest bummer of this stage was showing something and having the first comment or question be, "Oh, did Noah help with that? Is Noah out there?" It's a lot of fun working on a car that's this dirty and rough because it's so easy to make huge dramatic improvements. But I definitely miscalculated how omnipresent pink overspray is. Everything in my garage is pink. I've really had to push myself to remember to take a lot of before footage because I know ultimately what it's going to look like. And I don't necessarily want to highlight when things don't look that way yet. But once they look good, I realize I can never go back for the comparison. I figured it was easier to paint everything dark gray and mask that to do the cage than try to do it the other way around. And I thought I did a pretty thorough job masking everything off, but once again, I completely underestimated the pink overspray. It's Christmas morning time. Like I said, it doesn't take much to make a huge difference. And section by section, this car was starting to come together. My dad and I went to the drag racer swap meet and I was able to pick up switch panels and LED lights for the car. And I figured wiring it in the kitchen might spark some interest. Through a lot of trial and error, I've gotten a lot better at wiring over the years, and one thing I knew I wanted was every circuit to have its own color the whole way down.
Alright, so there's like a whole bunch of tiny wires that you should be able to just pull straight through. Just just like don't go nuts, and like just kind of one at a time start pulling them through.
This is what I'm talking about. There's 2 green and black ones.
There's a lot of those.
Specifically. Oh.
They go to the same thing, yeah.
That they're typing out. Oh, the first one won't go there.
Now, one thing Noah did jump at the chance was to make new polycarbonate headlight covers, because he had done it before and he was confident in it. And while he was working on that, I wired up some interior lights, specifically aimed at areas that we would need to see if we had problems at the track at night. I mocked up some Amazon halos, and finally got fasteners put into the windows that he had made. I used butterfly Zeus fasteners specifically so that we could get the windows out easily, whether it's to get access to the battery or for an accident at the track. I had dropped the wheels, intake, and valve cover off to Dylan Oldenburg to get powder coated. The raspberry metallic looked awesome, but he had a little trouble with it matching for the other 2 wheels, and he wasn't going to send it out of his shop not perfect. But I was able to take the intake and valve cover home. I always have to remind myself that this is just a simple drift car and doesn't need anything fancy. These Amazon gauges were just fine. Getting both seats set back in the car really started to make it feel like a car again. The last section that needed to be tackled was pulling the engine so we could paint the engine compartment. And, replace the oil pan with the hole in it.
I don't know if that's a good idea. This goes to the wall. You can try to see what
She's like, yeah, we don't have anything under Noah, but it was officially to their website,
Okay,
so...
okay, wait.
Well, it's
Noah,
probably fake.
Noah, just concentrate. What's going on here right now?
Yeah.
Please. Wait, you gotta go. Oil pan can probably get pulled out so it doesn't just jam up on the front. Just yank it out. Hold on.
Okay.
Now, the day we pulled the engine was also the day we were able to go to the grindstone and pick up our packets for the Piston Power Show, which again is a pretty big motivator.
I read that its tank is in like the size of like a tank that's used in war. Like, I thought there was like, I've seen vans that are.
It's your gas
bigger.
tank, buddy.
Yeah, I realized that. It took me a second. Wow. Oh, right here.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I found a sprayer.
And on the way home, we were able to pick up the wheels. Now from here, the plan was to do a simple whack and pack, put the new parts on it, buzz can this thing flat black, and call it good. But deadlines were approaching, I had to get the van down to Summit, I had to go on a work trip for 5 days, and it just got to be a little bit too much stress. So while I spent a day detailing the van for the Summit turntable, Jeanette and Noah cleaned the engine compartment up enough so that it could be painted. And I definitely learned my lesson about the pink overspray.
Like I said, stuff smells really strong.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you going with you liking to go with the pink. Also, I'm a big fan.
Of people that watch the videos and comment and have been following the build that are going to be there, like, you're going to have a lot of people coming up and wanting to talk to you about it. It's a huge deal.
That one guy, I gotta say, that guy gave me a lot of motivation. But
Yeah, that's why I sent that to you. I'm like, 'cause this is...
So instead of half-ass buzz canning this thing, Dad got it set up, it was going to go down to Midtown, and Corey could really work his magic to make it look as nice as possible for the show. So we dropped the BMW off at the body shop one night, the van off at Summit Racing the next night, and then I got on a plane to Florida for 5 days. And I took advantage of a little more Amazon shopping.
It's an amazing day.
Noah and I went to pick the car up, and it was clear that it was really getting closer to our level of build for the Piston Power Show. I made new brackets to hold on the new headlight covers that Noah made. And just before the grandparents started to show up for the twins' birthday party, I got it pushed outside so we could finally see it all put together in the sunlight. We were finally to the step of replacing the oil pan that took this thing down to begin with. But Rock Auto sent me the thickest oil pan gasket known to man.
Motor up to see if I can get this thing where the motor or train mont's supposed to fit. Noah, take it up slowly, and Wayne, watch while we're doing it.
Okay.
This will allow it to rotate.
I knew what all this was going to look like in my mind months before, but Noah had one goal.
All right, so we're talking about the driver's side is going to be what?
So driver's side on here, we're thinking, I'm not sure how much far over, we're gonna probably go from about here to here or so, just so it stays even in a rectangle. We're thinking of doing a mural that's gonna be all video games, anime stuff that is like, this is what makes up me.
Love
And
it.
then on the final side this way, we are going to do this really cool cherry blossom kraken tree that's gonna go across this side.
So Noah worked with Signs on Brook Park to get vinyl made to fulfill his vision. And on one of our last weekends, Jeanette came out and spent the whole weekend helping paint and clean and get this thing ready for the show. Take that, pink overspray. Dad came back over to help align the doors and fenders.
Hold on, stop. Where's the screw at?
it's still in there. I'm good.
Let's stop. Push that one in. got it in a ton way. Back.
And a couple nights before the show, Louis came over to help put all the vinyl on.
Where is that?
So after a few stressful months, we were finally ready to take this thing to the Piston Power Show, and I just hoped that it paid off, that Noah was excited about it.
Autocross, first place, Noah Craig with his 89.
First try.
I'd say mission accomplished.